I got through customs so fast that I beat my luggage. Here's how. Customs can be the most annoying part of getting back into the US after traveling internationally. As you can see, the lines can get long, however, there is an option to bypass this line. I've got global entry as well as MPC, mobile passport control. Global entry is a US Customs and Borders protection program. If eligible, you just complete an in-person interview, a background check to get approved. It's only $120, lasts for 5 years, and it includes TSA pre-check. It's literally empty. I love it here. And this comes with some travel credit cards, so it's basically free. If you have a travel credit card, check to see if it covers global entry. You just scan your face and go through. No lines, no paperwork, and expedited entry. And just like that, we are all the way through.
Here's the hack I used to find cheap flights all over the world, and you can use this hack to find domestic and international flights in any city and any country. So first up, you're going to head to Google Flights, and you're going to want to click on the Explore tab. And once you put in round trip, one way, and economy class, you're going to put in the city that you're flying out of. And the important thing is do not pick the individual airport. You're going to choose the city because it's going to give you the cheapest option to fly out of all the city's airports. And as for the destination, we're going to leave that part blank, and then we're going to move on to the travel dates. Do not put specific travel dates. What you're going to want to do is put flexible dates, and you can choose a weekend, a week, or 2 weeks, and it'll show you the cheapest time to travel over the next 6 months. And what you can do is you can use the map and toggle around and actually see where in the world you can fly for what price. And if we go down the list, you can see that flying from New York, you can find flights to Athens, Greece for $407 round trip for one stop. You can fly to Madrid for $400 one stop. You can fly to Amsterdam for $381. You can fly to Barcelona for $354 non-stop. And for everybody saying that I'm lying and you can't find cheap flights to Marrakesh, here's a round trip flight from the US for $532, which I found in about 30 seconds. So if you want this to be you on your next trip, go ahead and comment down below and I'll be able to send you my itinerary.
Have you ever looked at a map and wondered what's hiding just off the edge? I'm talking about the places that don't make it into the glossy brochures. The little towns with cobblestone streets, where the only music you hear is a baker whistling a tune. Or the hidden beaches where the sand is so perfect, it feels like you're the first person to ever step on it. These places are real. They exist. They're not just in storybooks or fantasy movies. They're out there, waiting for someone just like you to come and find them. They have a secret knock, a special way in, and I'm going to share it with you. All right, let's talk about the first step, getting there. Finding a flight can feel like a game where the rules are always changing, right? You look up a price and 10 minutes later it's higher. It feels like someone is watching you. Well, they kind of are. The first trick is simple. Go incognito. You can put in your home airport and then for the destination you just type anywhere. The website will show you a world map with prices popping up everywhere. You might discover a flight to a city you'd never considered. Riga, Latvia, Medellin, Colombia. Incredibly cheap. Finally, don't just stick to the big-name airlines flying direct routes. Maybe you fly into a major hub like London or Amsterdam on a big airline, and then you book a separate, super cheap flight on a local carrier to a smaller city. It might be an hour away by train, but that train ride could save you hundreds of dollars and show you a beautiful piece of the countryside. It's all about being flexible. So you've landed your flight, you're there. Now where do you stay? You could go to a big shiny hotel chain. They're predictable, they're comfortable, they're also the same everywhere. The lobby in a Chicago hotel looks a lot like the lobby in a Tokyo hotel, but we're not looking for the same, are we? We're looking for something with soul, something with character. We want to feel like we're actually in the place we traveled so far to see. That means thinking beyond the typical hotel room, finding a place that tells a story. Let's start with the places that feel like a real home. I love finding a great guest house or a family-run boutique hotel, smaller, more intimate places where the owner is also the person checking you in. They'll know the best place to get coffee in the morning, which market has the freshest fruit, where to find that little restaurant that isn't in any guidebook. You can find these gems on niche booking sites for independent hotels. Have you ever considered living like a local for free? I'm talking about house sitting. It sounds crazy, but it's a real thing. Trusted websites connect homeowners with responsible travelers to watch their home and often their pets. Imagine a whole apartment to yourself in Paris for 2 weeks, with a friendly cat to keep you company. Don't be afraid to go old school either. Sometimes the best places aren't listed online at all. Arrive in a smaller town and find rooms for rent or small inns just by walking around and looking for signs. This is still how it's done in many places. Ask at a local cafe or shop. People are almost always happy to help. How you get around a place says a lot about the kind of trip you're having. You can hop in a taxi and be whisked from one tourist spot to another, sealed behind glass. Or you can do what the locals do: bus, train, ferry, shared scooter. This is where the real adventure begins. It's not just about getting from here to there. It's about everything you see and everyone you meet along the way. Public transportation is your best friend in a new city. There is no better way to understand the rhythm of a place: ride its buses, subways. What's the unique way people get around here? Longtail boats in Bangkok, colorful, chaotic jeepneys in the Philippines, local ferries hopping islands in Italy, Croatia, or Southeast Asia. These aren't just transport, they're cultural experiences. Don't forget the power of your own 2 feet. Walking is the best way to make discoveries. Peek down that interesting alleyway. Stop to look in a curious shop window. Follow the scent of something delicious being cooked. When your feet get tired, find local ride-sharing options. Motorcycles, auto rickshaws. Say yes to the local way of moving. You'll see so much more than you ever could from a tour bus window. For me, this is the big one. This is everything. You can't say you've been to a place until you've tasted it. And I don't mean the food at the hotel buffet. I mean the real food. The food locals eat every day, cooked with love and tradition. Finding it is a treasure hunt, and the reward is always worth it. It's how you connect with the heart and soul of a culture. It starts with a simple question: where do you go for lunch? First stop, the local market, the epicenter of a city's food scene, where chefs get ingredients, where grandmas buy vegetables, where the freshest food is found. Walk the aisles, strange and wonderful fruits, bright vegetables, butchers at work, fishmongers chatting with customers. Find the tiny kitchens tucked in corners, long lines of locals. That's the best Michelin star. If they queue, you get in line. Street food is the soul of a city on a paper plate. Don't be scared. Use your eyes. Busy stalls, families, kids, food cooked fresh in front of you, a hot grill, a vat of boiling oil. In Mexico, tacos. In Vietnam, pho. In Italy, pizza al taglio. Travel is about connection, right? It's about those moments when you feel like you're part of something, not just watching from the sidelines. The best experiences are the unplanned pockets of local life you stumble into. It could be a neighborhood festival, a free concert in a park, a local art gallery opening. Your first stop should be the local tourism board's office, but go there and ignore the brochures for the big bus tours. Instead, ask the person at the desk a different kind of question. Ask them, what's happening this week? Is there a local market, a community concert, a neighborhood celebration? These folks live here. They'll tell you about an annual sardine festival or the high school band in the town square. These are the golden nuggets of information. Dive into the digital world of local communities. Every city has online forums, Facebook groups, community pages. In the old days, travelers had a big paper map and a phrase book, and that was it. It was an adventure for sure. Today we have a powerful little genie in our pockets, our smartphone. But most people only use it for the basics, like navigation from the hotel to the museum. We can do so much more. Your phone can be your key to unlocking a deeper, more authentic layer of any destination. It's all about using the right tools and thinking like a super spy of travel. Use Street View to virtually walk a neighborhood before you go. Does it look interesting? Are there cafes, little shops, and people walking around? You can also save and label potential spots. That bakery that looked good, that park, that street art you saw. Creating your own custom map of curiosities turns you from a tourist into an explorer on a mission. Language barriers can feel like a huge wall between you and the local culture. But your phone can be a magical translator. Apps like Google Translate have a camera function that is just incredible. You can point your phone at a menu, a sign, or a newspaper, and it will translate the text for you right on your screen. It's not always perfect, but it's enough to help you order that mysterious dish everyone is eating. And what about finding those hidden gems I keep talking about? Your phone is the key. Use it to read reviews, but don't just stick to the English ones. Use the Translate feature to read what locals are saying about a restaurant or an attraction on local review apps or Google Maps. You are not alone on this journey. There is a huge, wonderful, global community of fellow travelers out there. These are people who have been down those dusty roads, who have found that amazing little noodle shop, and who are excited to share what they've learned. Tapping into this collective wisdom is one of the most powerful travel hacks there is. Online travel forums are a goldmine of information. Websites like Reddit have subreddits for specific countries, cities, types of travel like solo travel or shoestring budgets. People post trip reports, ask for advice, and share incredible discoveries. You can ask a question like, I'm going to be in Naples for 3 days and I love pizza. Where should I go besides the famous places? You will get passionate, honest answers from people who have been there. Don't just be a reader, be a participant. Share your own experiences. This network of fellow explorers is your secret weapon for turning a good trip into an unforgettable one. We've talked about a lot of things, haven't we? We've talked about finding cheap flights, sleeping in unique homes, eating amazing food, and using technology to uncover hidden corners of the world. These are all great hacks, great tools to have in your travel toolbox, but they are not the most important thing. The single most important secret to having an incredible, life-changing travel experience is much, much simpler than all of that. The real secret is just to go, to say yes, to be open. All the planning and research in the world can't replace the magic of being curious. Curiosity is the fuel for adventure. It's the little voice in your head that says, I wonder what's down that street. I wonder what that person's story is. Listen to that voice. Follow it. The best moments in travel and in life happen when you step off the planned itinerary and let your curiosity be your guide. Don't be afraid to get a little lost. Sometimes getting lost is how you find the very thing you were meant to discover. You also have to be brave. It can be scary to go to a place where you don't know anyone and don't speak the language. It can be intimidating to walk into a restaurant where you're the only foreigner. But every time you push through that little bit of fear, something wonderful happens on the other side. You learn that people everywhere are fundamentally good and kind and willing to help. You learn that a smile is a universal language, and you learn that you are stronger and more capable than you ever imagined. So please take these tips and use them. But don't let them become a rigid set of rules. Let them be a starting point. The world is not a checklist to be completed. It's a beautiful, messy, surprising, and delicious place full of secrets. It's waiting for you. It's full of people who want to share their food, their music, their stories, and their friendship with you. All you have to do is show up with an open heart and a hungry spirit. So what are you waiting for? Just go. I promise you'll be so glad you did.